You can tell by the music that we have been working on enhancing our prosperity, can you not? For how many months? 2 months. And the choir was fabulous. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Okay, September. September, we spent the entire month, 4 weeks, giving you permission to have a dream. It took a long time, didn't it? Hammering down, what can you want? What do you really want? Not what somebody told you want. So we've been working on expanding that consciousness of self within so you can have a dream that you can manifest. Then, and that was a dream out of the box, not what you're told to do. Then in October, we were learning how to let the universe grow us so we could receive the dream. You guys understand? If I already have the capacity and consciousness, then it's not a dream. I don't have to become bigger to receive it. So we've been working on that in October, creating the understanding of comfort and discomfort with the universe. Remember that? The universe talks to us in comfort and discomfort. We talked about creating new concepts, new bricks. We can't really achieve greater until we start believing in ourselves better, and we can't believe in greater, we still believe in less. You know, we have to really look at ourselves and believe greater. And in that one, it was about reclaiming the emotional attachments to beliefs and reinvesting those emotions into what you want. And after that one, man, I had a week and a half. I had old stuff come up like crazy. I didn't realize how much of my emotion was still caught up in things that I'd experienced years ago. Holy moly, and I had to pull it out and I had to reinvest it in what I'm focused on. You know, did anybody go through that? Okay, so it's process. It's how we pull that, because our emotions, that's our currency. You know, we're pulling it out of the old and putting it into a new bank account, which is what I really want to experience and what I want to manifest. And then last week, Patrick taught us how to become our dreams. Were you all here last week? Is anybody here? As he spoke, it was absolutely amazing. He kept talking about the energy of you and the dream are one. You and the dream are one. And as he spoke, there was this beautiful wave of light that I don't know if you felt it, but it just poured through the room and poured through me. It was like, I am one with my dream. I have it. And I could just see all my dreams just like, coming to me. And it was fabulous. And I was so excited. Can't wait to find where they're parked right now. But it was this beautiful sense. And so this whole week I've been able to go, nope, it's there. Nope, I've got it. I'm not, nope, there's no worry. There's no concern. I got it. So today we're closing out our series. So where do we go from here? How are you feeling? If you've been working on a dream, how are you feeling about it? Are you feeling like it's getting there, getting some progress, or like I'm still walking around looking at it like I don't know what it is, or I've just put it in the back burner and it's in a shelf in my closet? And wherever it is fine. Sometimes we really do need a little bit more time to get ready for it. Sometimes we just need a little bit. That's why pregnancies are 9 months. Just think if you got pregnant and had the kid the next day. You would not love that child. That child will be waking you up every minute. It is not a good thing. That's why we get used to it. We're in their energy field. They're in our energy field, and we're exchanging, and we're sharing, and we're growing together. So by the time they come, you're deeply in love because you've spent all this time with them. So sometimes if it's not quite there, maybe we do need to have a little bit more pregnancy time, a little bit more gelling time. But to know it is already is such a powerful space to be. So today we're talking about dream modification, but we're really talking about our dreams are our goals to happiness. Do you know that? When you really think about it. My dream takes me to something I want that's bigger, better for me. Even if it's a challenge, even if your dream is to climb a mountain, you're excited about climbing that mountain. You want to. It's a joy space for you. So, can you feel the joy and lightness of it? Okay, let me bring you down. Patrick and I have been teaching the New Testament. And I bring this to your awareness because I need to bring this to your awareness. Everybody needs to hear this. So we've been teaching the New Testament this year. And once you get past the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, are where the memories of what we had with Jesus' experience is written. What we've inherited, what he said, what he did, and it's what we've inherited. Once you get past that, things change. And it's the picture of how these new Christians are trying to organize themselves and go on without him. So it goes from love, acceptance, be the light, your Father loves you, into laws, behavior. You have to be this way. And it does say, love your brother man. Love your brother man. But shun him if he doesn't do what he needs to do. And talk to him so he knows what he's doing wrong, so if he doesn't fit in the community. But then love him. And if he doesn't change, then he can leave. But love him. You see what I'm saying? We've got duality going on. So it's love with a lot of judgment. And that's kind of what we've inherited. You guys realize that? So if I am now, and remember Jesus said to his disciples, the 70 and whoever he taught, the gifts of spirit are yours. You have the gift of healing. You have the gift of sight. You can psychic energy. You have the gift of prophecy. You have the gift of interpreting dreams. You have the gift of teaching, of loving, of nurturing. All the gifts he gave to everybody. Like, you have all of them, Cheryl. You have all of them. And then, as he goes, what happens to those gifts? First, they start being delineated. Okay, no. David, you can only have one of them. So you get this one. You get one, and you get one. And now only certain people get certain gifts? And that wasn't what he taught. He said, you're all spirit, you have access to everything. And then, guess what happens to the gifts? They disappear. They disappear. They don't talk about them anymore. Because now it's about survival. It's about how do we keep the consciousness of Jesus, the beliefs we have, and survive through this world. You got me? So much of the mystical love. The Father wants you to have anything you want. Reach out. Anything you want. That's our dreaming, right? Anything you want. That's what we've inherited. That's why sometimes we get really good. We're so excited about our dream. We're so excited about our dream. And then we find ourselves there and we don't know why. How did I get there? How did I get there? Why am I in lack now? Because the deep energy of that base in Christendom is in our consciousness. It's in our lives. It's in our reality. It's in our moral system. Done with it? Do you realize it's still kind of there? Okay. So, the point is, the Christian movement moved from loving God to love God and hunker down. Love God, hunker down, because the world's going to persecute you. And you need to be ready for it. So you love God and you protect yourself. Now, how many of us live that way? I'm going to love myself. I'm going to love it. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to get ready. Someone's going to do something. Do you see? Because I have a dream that they don't understand. We want to let this not sneak up on us. We want to let that not sneak up on us. We want to stay. Please stay airy-fairy. Please stay airy-fairy. Please stay in the light with fairies and unicorns and sparkly things. If you stay in there, the limitations are not going to creep up on you. But that's not what I wanted to tell you about. All right. Okay. In the scenario that I painted for you, wasn't a downer kind of? But in that scenario, the outer has more power. The outer has more power than your dreams. That's the whole point. And so, this is what the Spirit said. Do you think that there were areas in Jesus' time that still lived in peace and love and lived as he taught? All the while, there were areas experiencing extreme persecution. The answer is yes. There were areas that we don't hear about that held the energy of the Christ, that held the energy of love, and lived in that area, and they did not experience the extreme persecution of the early Christian church, and they were persecuted pretty badly, guys. Right? Why were they able to do that? Because their eye was on spirit. Their eye wasn't on the world. Their eye was on spirit. The unlimited nature of God flowing through you. Yes, we can live this, we can have this, because this is what we're asking for. Ask for what you want. So, we can choose to walk in our dreams, or we can choose to be hindered by what happens in the world. We can hold on to God's love moving through us, or we can stop and be hindered by what's happening in the world. In our world, are there ample opportunities to be hindered by what's happening? There are ample opportunities. There's big stop signs everywhere. Stop, energy, stop, don't flow here, don't flow here. We need it to be this way, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter, I don't care what your beliefs are. But there are many stops in the outer world. And what will that do to your dream? It takes your focus out, and then the dream in. Stills a bit. So, Jesus taught above all things that the wealth of who you are lies within your heart. Above all things. The wealth of who you are is in your heart. And he would teach people to go within and open that wealth. Open up that wealth. So, this was a wealth you access when you connect with the Spirit of yourself. You always connect with Spirit of God. It wasn't a wealth you access when you die, live suffering here, die, find God, and you're wealthy. It was a wealth of your spirit. If you can touch that and live there, then you bypass all of the judgments of the earth. All of the judgments of the earth plane. All of the criteria. We should not let the ways of the earth limit us. Right? Yep. Don't we do that? Don't we say, I've got that dream? How many are really working on a dream, honestly? And how often do you let the ways of the world, and it may not be financial, it may be a dream of something, anything. How often do you let the ways of the world, the energy of the world, the opinion of the world, the temptation of the world take you away from your dream? I got one and back. I got one. Okay, I got some more. Because our eye moves to, how am I fitting in the world? And the world wants me to ascribe to a certain activity. All right? When we let the world dictate our reality, they are showing us what has already been formed. The world cannot show you what can be. The world shows you what is already. You guys got that? The world says this already is. Inside, when you touch your spirit, you are touching what can be, what has not yet been brought forth yet, right? One of the greatest gifts one of my ministers told me many years ago, I was crying, and I was, having a moment, and I think David had just been born, and I was a young mom. I was still married at the time, so you know how long ago that was. And she said, well, what are you good at, Cindy? I said, I just know how to pray. I'm good at praying. That's all I know. And I can't be a minister. No women are ministers. They won't let you be a minister. But she was a minister, right? They won't let you be a minister. And she was the first one I'd ever met. And at that day and time, it was frowned upon. And she said, well, Cindy, maybe what you are going to do has not yet been created. And I went, really? Okay. And I started to breathe, and I stopped looking in the world. I stopped saying, would I fit in there? Would I fit in there? Would I fit in there? And I just said, okay, God, whatever you need, I'm here. I'm your girl. You tell me what you need me to do. You put me where you need me to be. And when he was 5 years later, I was ordained. Inner Quest was started that year. That was no more in my mind than the man on the moon. But it was that taking your eye off the world. You guys hear me? So now we're talking about your dreams. So let me go back to that. Taking your eye off the world. Letting the wealth within you manifest. Don't you love hearing famous people's stories, how they were successful? Do you know that everyone that you love to hear their stories is because they came from nothing? Because they didn't listen to the world? And we go, yeah, you did that. Yeah, door to door. Yeah, you did that. Yeah, in your basement. Yeah. And then we go, not my basement. I ain't going door to door. We recognize it. We see it. We let it empower us and inspire us. But sometimes it takes too much to do it. So we have to start with the little things. So I told you the world told me I couldn't be a minister. Here I am. The world told me I wasn't qualified for certain work. You are not qualified. I went, get out of the way. There I went. Because I knew what I was. I knew who I am. I know what I'm qualified to do. I was told so many limiting perceptions about myself. And I was a female in a time when there was male dominance. That was a reality. It was male dominance. And it was like, okay, God has me here for a reason, so I'm going to do what God has me to do. I was on a track of finding God in me, and I knew it. And the first step, the greatest step, was to allow my inner wealth to manifest, to allow what I knew and who I am to just express, to manifest. Dreams are the key to your expansion. Dreams are the key to your expansion. Are you guys getting that? Dreams expand and open that cache of wealth in your heart. They're not, and dreams aren't just for your joy and pleasure. They're for your sense of being. This is who I am. I'm loving life. I am me. They open the door to the unformed that is outside the realm of the world's opinion. Now, we're talking about our dreams, and I want you to start thinking about doing this in small ways. Small ways, small ways. So we're trying to manifest something, right? And so do your research. Build your files. Look at what you want to manifest. What's the background of it? Do all that. And then what do? Give it to God. I've done my research. I'm giving it to God. I'm not going to force anything. I'm giving it to God. So with permission, Noelle loves to, every other year or so, take a little trip to the Bahamas where she goes to a yoga retreat, small little center, and she chills. She does her yoga, and there's normally a teacher and stuff. And so this is her treat she gives herself. So this year there was a guy she wanted to go see. It was exciting. She was very excited. And so she went to look at the flights, and they were double. They'd gone to $800 from $400. And it was put it out of budget. It put the whole thing out of budget. And I remember she's telling me in the kitchen in our house, yeah, it's $800. I just can't do that. I can't do that, because she's got her own business, her own life. Everything's budgeted out. I can't do that. I've got this. I can't do that. And I looked at her and I was like, okay. And what I didn't know is she had bought herself a little pair of pants, beach pants, and had them hanging up on her room divider in her bedroom. So every time she woke up, she saw them. Those are her pants. So she still wanted to go, even though the world said, you can't go because you're not there. You're not ready. You can't go. You got to give it up this year. You can't go. And so just the other day, she still wanted to go, and she heard Spirit say to her, check the flights on Saturday, the Saturday before the event. She checked the flights on Saturday. There was one flight going where she needed to go, and it was $400. Exactly what she needed. So she booked it. She called the ashram, is it called? And there was room in the man's lecture to be a part of it. And the room that she always stayed in, that was her room, was available. This is Spirit moving matter for her. This is Spirit saying, you done good, girl. You did your due diligence. You got everything in a row. You are manifesting, and I got you, girl. I'm open those flights up because you got your budget, and I'm going to take care of you. This is dream modification. Dream modification occurs when we allow God to come in and move things. We allow God to make it good and happy. And you're excited, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it's funny, when she told me about it, I'm looking at her, not 1 second ever in my brain did I ever think, I'll just give you the $400. It didn't enter my mind. Because we could have scrounged it up. It didn't enter my mind. You know why? Because it was up to her and God. She needed God to do that for her. She was working on it. She had it already. I was not a part of that manifestation. That was her. You see? Allowing it to happen. And I tell people a lot about Cheryl's manifestation many, 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 many years ago. We teach people how to visualize and manifest and visualize, and she's working on a car. She wants a blue car with a tan interior, and she's visualizing the car goes black. No, 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 no. I need blue. So she's manifesting blue car, and the car goes black. Every time she's going to visualize this car, it turns black in her manifestation. What color car was the perfect car for her at the perfect price at the perfect time that she found perfect? It was black. It's not that you can't have a blue car with a tan interior, girl, but the one that you want to manifest, we've got for you already, and it's black. So you just might as well let God handle that. So she got exactly what she needed, and now her car's white with tan interior. Not blue, but it's got the tan interior. So she got what she needed, but she got the instant modification. I have one more little quick story. We walk in the morning, Patrick and I, in our neighborhood. And this happened several months ago. A young lady pulled up in her car. We don't know her, I've never met her before. And she rolled her window down. She says, "Excuse me, you guys pray, don't you?" Because we go down to the little field and we pray, and not knowing anybody ever sees us. We're by ourselves in the field. Cars going by, they don't see us, right? She goes, I said, "How'd you know?" Like, we see you down there praying. She goes, I need your help. I'm getting a divorce. I've forgotten 4 children, and I don't make enough money to qualify for a place. Please pray for me. And we're like, "We're on it, girl. We're praying for you." Absolutely. And so a week or so later, she pulled up and she said, I said, "How's it going?" And she goes, "Well, I found a place that would be perfect, but they can't change the law. You know how you have to make 3 times your monthly salary to be qualified for rent? It's crazy out there now. But 3 times monthly salary is high to pay rent." And we said, "Well, we got you. We're praying for it." And she goes, "But you know, the funny thing is, God told me to keep trying that same place, and I've called them again, and they still say no. But I still feel like it's mine. I'm probably going to call him again." And I said, "Okay, well, we got you. We got your prayer." So we saw her maybe a week or so later. And I said, "How's it going?" She goes, "I got the place." I said, "What place did you get?" "The one that told me no." The one that kept telling her no. Because Holy Spirit started working on whoever was behind the scenes. Whoever was behind the scenes, because the law was written, and you know the agents, like, we don't violate law, but Spirit pulled those strings to get her in, and she was so happy. Dream modification, guys, that means there comes a point in our dreams we got to take our hands off. I'm dreaming. I'm doing my due diligence. Okay, God, now it's yours. And it may be simple as just getting a reduced flight. That's a small thing, right? That's not having to move 4 kids out into a new area. That was a big thing. Allowing God that space. But we have to do our due diligence first. We had to walk through September. We had to walk through October. We had to do all of this work that we've been doing to come to this moment where, okay, I'm dreaming, and God, you modify whatever needs to be modified. How powerful does that feel? And it's not that once you get to that space, you're absolutely tickled and thrilled with whatever comes, because it vibrates to you. It vibrates to you. Like, I never knew I needed that. Yes, I needed that. And it's so perfect. All right. When we open the door to our inner wealth, we touch spirit, we touch the God within. We say yes to our dreams, we feel our dreams, and at some level we are growing. We are now expanding. We're bigger than we were before because we couldn't have it before. Now we have it. The world will tell us no. The world told that young lady no. The world will tell you, you don't meet my parameters. And it's like, okay, that's great. God, whatever you need to do. We don't sick God on them like a magic wand. Okay, I'm going to throw God at you. You know? We say, God, whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to do. Because you know my heart, you know my needs, you know my ask. You know my ask. And then you let that modification happen. All right. Okay, you are the creator who brings what is to come into the world. The world does not know what God has created for you. So dreams allow a greater part of you to become a reality. In this, you are not only expanding, but you are also expanding the world. You just brought an experience into the world that maybe no one else has had. And now it goes into the ethers and everybody can reproduce it. Or you've got an idea that no one else had. Now it goes into the ethers. It's available to everybody. They can reproduce it. You have just impacted the whole by believing in the wealth within you. And when we do that, we are allowing all of our brothers and sisters to do the same. I want everyone, bring your wealth out. Do what you need to do. We don't say it's only just for me. We say it's for us all. And when you do it, you're encouraging everyone to do the same. So we've learned how to open our dreams to prepare our world. We've done our work. Now we let God and God's love move in to modify, adjust, so the dream is bigger than you could have done by yourself. Your dreams allow your growth. As you dream, you become. As you become, you awaken to the oneness. You realize that you are a child of God. Those miracles do not ever leave you. They stay with you forever, no matter how small or large. They are with you forever. All right, let's go within. Father, Mother God, we just ask that your beautiful light just engulf everyone in this moment. We feel your love and support for each beautiful creative soul. And I would invite all of you just to imagine or image in a column of light coming over you. The most beautiful color, the most beautiful energy, whatever is for you, it is you. Breathe in the light, the vibration, feel it. However you sense it. This is part of the truth of me. It's not the totality. It is part of the truth of me. Feel the love of God moving through you. The truth of me. Imagine now that you can just open the heart center. I am willing to open the wealth of my heart. I am willing to let that beautiful inner light that I am open. And I say yes to my dreams. I say yes to love. And whatever else you need to say yes to, just say that in your heart right now. And allow the focus in your heart. And for one moment, become aware of the importance of the world. How important is the world around you? And you can bring that energy back to you. All the energy that you have invested in making the world important, bring it back to you. It's yours. I am important. I'm God's child. I walk in harmony with that which has been created. And expansion as I bring in greater. Take a breath and imagine all this love and light goes to your world, every detail of it, everything that you've got going on, from the matter to the relationships to everything. Just send that beautiful light to all of your world. I am expanded and I am ready to receive my dream. And just feel. Father, Mother God, we thank you. We thank you for always supplying, and sustaining, loving. We thank you, Jesus Christ, for coming and teaching us to keep our eyes on God. And we love you. Put your feet on the floor. Let your focus come back to your chair. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Do you feel bigger? I hope you feel bigger, more expanded. Well, that concludes our dream series. We're off in a different direction in November, which will be equally as exciting and expanding. But I hope that you, just because we don't remind you, I hope that you continue to look at those dreams. Sing the song. Is anybody singing a song about your dream? Yes. Thank you. Do everything that you can to keep that light energy going. And if the world tells you you can't, just look at the world and go, I can. Thank you. Moving on. Say, yay, God.